What's going on, ladies and gents? Reverend Saint back again with some more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for you guys today. And what we're going to be talking about is something to do with the PS4 sucking. Not really. It doesn't suck. This doesn't mean too much, but to me, it's kind of important because I'm a big fan of esports. So that's what we're talking about today. We're going to get into that in a second, but first, let me cover this gameplay real quick. It's a free-for-all on Stronghold. I think I go about 30-6 or something like that. It's pretty good. I actually get my wraps in this free-for-all. It's pretty solid. I wanted the last kill to be the wraps for some reason. So once I called them in and I had 29 kills, I just sat in the corner and waited for him to kill somebody. Didn't take too long. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Going on in the background, and be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hit that sub button. We're on our way to 20K. Now let's get right into the topic at hand. Now, most of you do know I'm a big esports fan, a big one. I love watching competitive Call of Duty. I love watching competitive Halo, even CSGO, even Dota. I always watch it. Every year I'll watch the international, or if there's a gigantic Dota tournament being streamed, I usually watch that. Sometimes I'll watch League. I don't find League as entertaining as Dota. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know what my deal is with that. I don't know. Maybe it's the look of Dota. I prefer the look of Dota over League. I don't know. I watched the Smite World Championships. That was pretty solid, man. Sorry about the sniffs there. Nose is running a little bit, but that was a pretty solid stream and tournament to watch. It was super entertaining. So, I mean, I love esports, dude. I love watching them, and there's been some huge strides this year, or going to be happening this year, like with I think it's the TBS Esports League. I think it's called E-League. It's going to be actually on TV. To me, that's awesome. We had Halo at X Games. We've had COD at X Games the past 2 years. Probably have it again this year as well. Activision is now running the CWL, the COD World League, so that's big for Call of Duty, and it's just some great stuff going on this year. But the first COD tournament, like the first legit COD tournament after CWL started, besides the Totino's 50K, was, from what I understand, a disaster. And watching it, it was kind of, yeah, a disaster for the most part, until they finally got everything up and running properly and got everything running the way it's supposed to. It was a disaster, and even afterward it was a disaster. But the reason why all of this happened, the reason why there was like this big old 12-hour delay, I know Optic got in. Optic is the team that I like to watch. Obviously, I follow them. And you can call me fanboy, whatever, but I like them because they're entertainers and good YouTubers and streamers, and they're pro players that are winning a decent amount, you know? So, except for this past weekend, obviously. But anyway, so they go in, they fly in on Thursday. They're supposed to play Friday night, and it gets pushed back. So they don't play Friday night. They don't play at all Saturday. They play Sunday. That's their first match, was like 8 a.m. on Sunday, dude, or 10 a.m. It was actually at 10 a.m. on Sunday. That's ridiculous, dude. So they got to sit around for 2 days doing nothing, not playing. They can't really practice because the station that they would practice on is taken up by teams who actually are playing, teams that are about to go on main stage, teams that are actually about to play on the secondary stations and try to make it to main stage, try to make it to the championship bracket. So they can't really practice or scrim anybody to stay warmed up. They're going in freaking cold pretty much, you know, other than the few warm-ups that they get before that first match. So they win the first match, and then they made a bunch of mistakes going into the second match. And another thing that factored into this, and the reason why the tournament was delayed like this, was because the PS4 controllers, they have Bluetooth. The PS4 console itself and the controllers are run using Bluetooth wireless, and guess what everyone has that also has Bluetooth on it? Your cell phones. Apparently the Bluetooth on the cell phones was interfering with the Bluetooth on the controllers. Now you could say, oh, you can plug them in, but it turns out the Bluetooth it's always on, but it doesn't affect the controller unless it's fully charged. Once it's plugged in, it is wired up until the point it is fully charged, and it switches back automatically to wireless mode. So that was the problem they were having. They were having issues with the controllers not turning properly. They would turn super slow. They would randomly go off in a different direction. You could see it too. It was insane. And this happened to the Aptic guys. This happened to a bunch of the open bracket people. This happened to a bunch of the other pro teams. And it was just a disaster, dude. And the venue wasn't that good from what I understand. And I was just, it's kind of a disappointing tournament, you know? When you go into it and then there's all of these issues, and it's not UMG's fault. It's not really Activision's fault either. It's primarily Sony's fault because they're the ones putting the bid up to be the main Call of Duty console, to sponsor all of these huge events, all of these huge tournaments, and yet no one no representatives from Sony are there for when something like this happens so they can either fix it or take notes to try and come up with a fix for later on. You know, I don't know if they can put out a software update that it makes it enables it to be turned off, or if it's just something that they're gonna have to put signs up and say turn your Bluetooth off on your phone, otherwise we have to ask you to leave because it interferes with the controllers. I don't know, but that's just me. If you guys watch the event, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. Who are you rooting for? All the top teams got knocked out right away. Envy, FaZe, Optic, and I think Complexity as well. Rise ended up winning it. Rise is really good. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and a favorite. Well, they don't have favorites anymore, but hit that sub button on the way to 20K, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.